Communication is such a key topic and a struggle for us introverts. And in this video, I will talk more specifically about INFJs, but what I'll share is also relevant to introverted personality types in general. As an INFJ, although I know that you love and cherish your precious alone time, and I do as well, but I'm sure you also crave social interactions and good ones. It would be so much easier if connecting with someone just looked like being in each other's presence without that social pressure to fill in the silence with words, right? Because as INFJs, you're very aware of subtleties in people's energies and in their emotional state. And I do believe that just sitting in silence with someone would give us a lot of information and would actually be a deep way to connect. But communication is the fulcrum of social interactions, and when you feel good with it, it gets to be very enjoyable. So let's dive into how to communicate effectively as an INFJ. So first of all, I am going to tell you why it can be difficult for an INFJ to communicate. But first, let's just have a sneak peek at some INFJ celebrities that are showing us that you can express yourself and speak very well with this personality type.
All of our feeling that we could somehow control time. We could stop it when we want, we can change up the rhythm, and we're not in control of time.
Right.
We can be in control of many things, but we're not in control of time.
I genuinely reference everyone around this table all the time when I'm asked this, because I've said this so many times. I feel like, you know, everyone around this table makes such bold choices, and that's something I'm always nervous that I'm passive, and I'm so I take inspiration from every single person.
All of my clients have been struggling with self-expression and with social awkwardness when they came to me. And I myself have been struggling for several decades with communication. As a teenager, I used to give very laconic answers and not participate much in conversations because I was feeling really shy and boring. And if you're like me, there is a deep conditioning to deconstruct. And we will start these deconstructions by understanding why it can be difficult for an INFJ to communicate. And I promise you that you will feel less alone in this afterwards. First, INFJs tend to be abstract thinkers. The way you see the world and the way you perceive things can be hard to convey into words and concrete ideas. Indeed, when your thinking is abstract, it can be hard for yourself even to fully grasp your thoughts. I often felt like I needed to explain my thoughts, but it would be quite tricky for me, so instead I would revert to being quiet or to not develop any further what I had to say. Secondly, INFJs tend to rehearse in their mind before speaking. You want to avoid saying the wrong thing. You want to avoid feeling inadequate or looking stupid. So you're going to rehearse in your mind what you want to say, and when you finally feel ready to say it, maybe the conversation has already moved on. Does that seem familiar? Let me know in the comments. A client of mine said recently that she often feels like she doesn't have much to say on a certain topics. But it is once the conversation is over with that person, once she's back home, that she suddenly realizes that she had lots to say. And she asked me if it was an introverted thing, you know, this slow internal processing. And I do believe it is. Although, the safer and the more valuable you will feel about yourself, about your company, about what you have to say, the easier it will be to speak on the spot. Third, people pleasing. INFJs tend to pick up on other people's emotions. So to keep things peaceful, you may adapt your words and adjust what you're saying to keep the peace. So you don't show your true personality, you don't show who you are, and you are not communicating naturally because you are holding back there, trying to people please. Finally, there's a comment that I thought was interesting under a YouTube video that I watched. It was a round table with some actresses, and two of them were INFJs, Carey Mulligan and Kate Blanchett, who we are going to address in this video a bit deeper. And the comment said, "Here are two INFJs and they both barely talked." Yes, very typical of us, because all the words we like to share was just said inside our heads. And I thought you may relate to this as well. So, how to communicate effectively as an INFJ? First of all, I would love for you to stop thinking that you have to be more extroverted, more loud, more bubbly, less sensitive to be and feel valuable. Your introverted qualities and your sensitivity truly are valuable. However, it does not mean that you have to keep holding back, to feel like you didn't participate enough in a conversation, and to regret how the social interaction went when it's over. What I want for you is to feel a sense of alignment between your valuable, worthy self and how you showed up in that interaction. INFJs may naturally be more quiet, although of course it really depends on the individual, but that does not mean that you are not able to talk and express yourself well. You get charismatic when you share your passions and interests. And this is a key in your communication style. You unlock depth, meaning, and charisma when you address topics that you're passionate or interested in. And let's take the example of Cate Blanchett here.
But I did, I loved the you could feel the chemistry come off Phyllis's screenplay. And she created, which Todd enhanced, these beautiful moments of suspension, the silence between the characters, which you could cut with a knife, which, the subtext that you can fill, those moments with as an actor, I found really exciting, and you could feel that off the page.
You can see that at first she is answering the question in a normal conversational way, and then she suddenly becomes a lot more animated when she touches upon something that truly interests her. There's that spark that can be felt. So don't shy away from addressing topics that you're interested in. Actually bring those topics into the conversations, because that's where your authenticity really shines, and that's where you really become more charismatic. I also want to remind you to not dismiss the grounded and caring aspect of your personality, because as an INFJ, you do have a soothing personality. And it is well illustrated here with Carey Mulligan, who let Andrew Garfield talk for several minutes without interrupting him. She was listening to him. And then, when he turned to her, she reflected what he'd been expressing. She was a mirror for what he just shared, and she was validating what he just expressed.
Was just
No, it's interesting though. I was
that
listening.
really bad?
No, it
stuff like
wasn't.
that?
It wasn't. You just felt bad about saying, because you didn't dislike your school, you disliked schooling. That's the thing.
And you can see here that she's not been using many words, and she's actually been quite quiet for the whole of the conversation, but she brought a caring quality, a soothing quality to the conversation. Remember that about yourself too. Now, here are some tools that I love about communicating more effectively and changing my communication patterns. First, a great tool that helped me with my communication was to write around certain topics before actually discussing them. If you find it hard to process your thinking and to articulate it and to be really clear about your ideas, this is a great tool, because as you write down your thoughts around certain areas of your life or around certain topics, you are going to get clarity around them, and you're going to be able to take your time in this really safe space to reflect on those things. And then when you're in a social interaction, you're going to feel a lot more prepared and secure this way. So maybe make it a goal to write your thoughts once a week. It can be around certain areas of your life, like how you feel about your job, how you feel about your ambitions or your hobbies, or it can be around a topic that often comes up in conversations and that you're actually interested in contributing to. Secondly, what I find really valuable is to analyze your communication patterns and set yourself some small challenges. That's something that I've been doing. That's something that I am still doing, because this is a work in progress, but it is really, really beneficial. So, what are some aspects of your communication style that you want to change? Practice this in your next interaction. Maybe instead of thinking something in your head and not saying it, try saying it out loud this time. Or if your communication style is quite laconic and you say a few sentences and then stop and not develop any further, maybe practice speaking for a longer period of time, maybe 1 minute, a couple of minutes. And this gets to be a very progressive practice, but practice is key when it comes to changing your conversation patterns and your conversation style. Another tool that I often share with my clients as well is to make a list of all the reasons why you believe you are valuable, interesting, and good company. Make a list of at least 20 reasons. Try doing this. This list is like your self-esteem fuel, and it's going to help you tap into your value. When you are in your value, your communication is going to be a lot easier, a lot more natural, a lot more fulfilling for you. Now listen, being shy and held back is not an aspect of your personality that cannot change. It is not actually who you truly are. It is a set of behaviors that derive from thinking, I'm not interesting. I have nothing to say. I can't remember anything. People won't like me, etc. And that's where social awkwardness comes from. That's where communication struggle comes from. When you stop energizing those beliefs and thoughts, meaning when you stop setting your focus on those limiting beliefs all the time, you will start reversing the process. When you send your focus and your energy towards how valuable and worthy you are creating a new paradigm. You are sending your energy towards beliefs and thoughts and behaviors that are truly positive, that are truly fulfilling and enjoyable for you to embody. And to kickstart the creation of this new paradigm for you, of this new set of behavior, I have a free meditation audio for you that is all about confidence, about releasing what is holding you back. And I created it as a certified hypnosis therapist, so you're in good hands. And this is a free meditation that you can listen to before going to bed, while you're falling asleep, or in the morning when you wake up. And this is going to rewire your mind with more positive thoughts and beliefs that are really going to help you as an INFJ to communicate more effectively, to show up to your next social interaction feeling more authentic, feeling more natural, feeling more in your power. The link to download it is in the description box. So, this is a key topic for us introverts, so let me know how you found the video, if it was helpful for you, if it gave you any insights, share them in the comments, and if there is a topic that you would really like me to touch on, let me know as well. I'm sending you much love. You've got this. You are so valuable. You just need to be aware of it now. Sending you much love. Bye.